So yes, the Camp Cretaceous Season 5 trailer has dropped, and there is so much information, so many scenes, there's loads of stuff in there, and we're going to do the full breakdown so you don't miss anything, and we're going to get my initial reaction because I haven't even seen it properly myself yet. So we'll watch it and then we'll move into initial reactions. So let's go. So we see the island straight off there, showing them like a recap of all the seasons. It's really cool.
Where is everybody?
Yeah, showing like all the old scenes.
We're not alone.
What the heck is
Yeah, old dialogue. That's new with Para.
We started as campers, and now we've been through more together than most friends have in a lifetime.
Love the spino.
We're going home.
Bumpy and Ben are back. You can see him in the background there.
Unless it's not.
The baryonyx. Stego with Kenji connect.
Just like we are.
By controlling them against their will?
Nah, he's not.
Out of it.
Kenji in a
We're
suit.
family.
The future
Like
of
it.
these dinosaurs depends on what we do next. So
Oh,
Either we stay
this Bumpy's definitely back out of their horn. Did they leave?
Guys! They're coming!
Oh, that's where Sammy jumps off. Cool. The two spinos, that looked like a plesiosaur then to me. That's... Oh, there's so much going on. I can't take it in. My eyes are watering. That's mad. And that's the end credit scene there. Wow, well, there's so much in there. Like, we had the plesiosaur at the end. I'll talk about it from the beginning to the end because there's lots of stuff in there which we missed. Now, I noticed the first 30 seconds or so is all old footage, so they've kind of done us off of 30 seconds worth of footage there because it's all the old stuff. So if we skip to about 30 seconds in, which we can see there, the first new scene we see is Ben coming back with Bumpy, and a lot of you are probably thinking, how is Bumpy on that island? Well, I've got the videos to that, but there, and how Bumpy is indeed returned. So we know Bumpy's back, we see it in the trailer. If you want to know how, I recommend checking that out because it'll have the full breakdown. And then let's go by this frame by frame. So then we see, what do we see next? We then see the baryonyx, what looks like Limbo, being released from containment there. And I don't think we see what actually comes out of the second one. No, he goes black before we have the chance to see what actually comes out of that second one there. So we don't actually see. But this is a really interesting scene where we have what looks like the Stegosaurus coming across the screen with Kenji's father there at the front. He's obviously looking a bit dirtied up on his shirt. And Kenji in the background with Hawks. So Kenji, like we've speculated in previous videos, has turned to his father's side. And again, we've called this, so this is the second thing we have called. So that's a really interesting one. We'll continue on. Kenji obviously believes in that scene there that his father is trying to help the dinosaurs. So his father's obviously sold him some type of dream that his father's going to help the dinosaurs. But then we see the T-Rex being chained up. So I don't know how that there is looking after and treating the animals fairly, because that looks like Big E.T. is chained up there. And to me, that is not looking after the dinosaurs. So we'll continue on. We then see we see stuff which was in the previous trailer, and then it goes into Kenji looking really smart, clean shaven, had a wash. So we clearly know that he's joined his father and has the rest of the campers in like a containment facility. And again, this is something we talked about on previous videos. We knew this was going to happen, where Kenji was going to break away from the group. We knew it. We knew this was going to happen. We even talked about it in previous videos. It's like I'm a psychic. I'm telling you, it's like I'm psychic. So we kind of know that. You got the dinosaurs on the screen again, very much like they're fighting each other, and that to me looks like the rematch between the Spino and the T-Rex. You've got the Spino and the T-Rex head to head, kind of in like a Street Fighter thing. They've got the health bars at the top there. Maybe. And there's Bumpy. So again, Bumpy's definitely back. We know Bumpy is definitely back because she's there. It's her horn. We see part of her horn there. So we know that she is definitely back, and it is her because she's got that smaller horn. So they have the chance to escape what it looks like there on the boat, and Kenji is with them there. So we actually see Kenji with them, but they're in that scene. So that is probably towards the end of the season, and they've got a boat.
Guys, they're coming!
And this is where we obviously see the controlled Carnotaurus, the controlled Spinosaurus, and the Baryonyx, and they're clearly chasing Sammy there, who jumps off the waterfall. You see the Dilophosaurus. This is a really interesting one where you see Yaz with the 2 Spinoceratops, and that's the only reference we see in the trailer of these Spinoceratops being alive. So we're yet to actually see what happens with these Spinoceratops, because anything could happen to these at this moment in time. This is the only part we see them, and they're facing off against that Baryonyx. This is a really interesting one. What looks to be like a plesiosaur. Now, we know a plesiosaur was indeed in Jurassic Park, believe it or not, because there's hints to it. It was on the gate of the original Camp Cretaceous. It was hinted at that it was alive in Jurassic Park in 2015, because on that holo board, we actually see the plesiosaur. So it looks like they could have captured a plesiosaur. And if we go back to if we go a slow still here of Kenji grabbing Brooklyn, it looks like the plesiosaur is jumping for Brooklyn and just misses. And then in this scene where we see Darius, it definitely looks like a plesiosaur to me, or the Spino there. That could either be the Spino hunkering over Darius like this, looking down, or it could be the plesiosaur with its like hands, fins on the side. And then you see the 2 Rexes, Big E.T. and Little E.T. They're charging towards something. Probably one of the campers. I couldn't imagine them being controlled there, so they could have actually broken their control. That's an interesting one. And then it ends out with the original Jurassic Park roar from Rexy. And then we go into Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous logo. Now that's a quick breakdown and a quick rundown of what's happened there. The most interesting thing for me is also we don't see any of the original cast. We don't see, well, I say original cast, we don't see Darius's brother Brandon in there at all. We don't see the camp counselors in there at all. Where is Cash? Cash is somehow missing. We don't see him in there. We don't see any Brads or Brad X's at all. They seem to be missing from the trailer entirely. Minimal footage of the Spinoceratops. So there's lots of questions still there. What is that end dinosaur? Clearly looks like a plesiosaur to me. So there's still lots and lots of questions and lots of stuff for us to cover on the channel up until the release of Camp Cretaceous Season 5. Now, what I do suggest is checking out all my previous videos, because there's so many things we've already nailed and got right, and there's plenty of other things on this, such as the Sarcosuchus could be in there. We got the potential of a Titanoboa. There's lots and lots of things which could show up in Season 5, so I recommend checking them out. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Subscribe right now. Hit the notifications to stay on. Check out my lovely merch shop. Ooh, lovely merch. And don't forget to check out my Patreon. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next one. Cheers. Bye-bye.